welcome back to Heart and Soul Homes. My name is Monica. Today I just want to do a sit down video and kind of go over probably, I get a little talky sometimes, but I'm counting on my eight best tips for decorating your home, your apartment, any kind of home, any kind of size, whatever style is yours. It's not just about how I decorate my home. This is just tips that I have for you to decorate your home. And sometimes I think people get a little stuck in, what style am I, or this or that. And I think you can get, which I'll go into more, I think you can get into what your base style is, but don't get so caught up on that, because you know what? Your home is your home. And that's kind of what I want to talk about, is it's important to know what it is you like. Not what a designer says, or not what a YouTuber says, or how they decorate their home, or, whatever, or an influencer or something. It's what you like and what makes you happy inside, not what anybody else does. So I'm going to go over my 8 best tips with you, and hopefully this can answer some questions you have. With each of these tips, what I'm going to do is insert pictures around my home to kind of give you that idea of what I'm talking about. That doesn't mean you have, like I'm saying, it's not like you need to decorate the same way I do, but it's just giving you that example in person so you can see it. My first and by far the cheapest and the best advice I have. And if this is something that you hate doing, then I would suggest keeping your decor or your home very minimalistic, okay? But the cheapest and the best way to make your house pop and shine is to keep it clean and organized. That's free, right? I mean, you can go and you can clean your house for free. You can organize it. Yes, you might have to go, depending on how much you want to spend, you could go to Target, you go to the dollar store, you could go to Walmart, you could go, a lot on Amazon, Home Goods. That's a great place for organizing stuff. But, you can go as much as you want, as high end as you want, and as low end as you want. But clean and organize your home. And if that's something you hate to do, then that tells me you don't need as much stuff, or you shouldn't have as much stuff, or that's not really your vibe. So maybe think about that as far as how you decorate. If you're not one that wants to clean up, I'm not one to let things get like a huge mess. And in my cleaning videos, you're not typically gonna see like a huge mess and then a big reveal. I'm more of the type that tries to keep up with it all the time, you know what I mean? And there are times there's a party or whatever and it's a mess, and that happens. But clean and organize your space is key. Okay, my second tip, and this is good for either people that are indecisive or change their moods or change their ideas or decorating, or want to upgrade a lot. It happens with me quite often, I'll admit. Or this is really great for renters as well, or like an apartment, a rental of a home, or even like a dorm. This is a great idea. I don't know that I would do peel and stick wallpaper in a dorm, but the peel and stick decals for sure. And I have this in a few areas in my home. You've seen me do it in my office, my master bathroom, my laundry room, and also downstairs in my storage basement closet with the peel and stick wallpaper and also the decals. And I absolutely love this. It doesn't, you can take it down. You're not, what I mean? You're not married to it. It's not like, oh my God, it's going to ruin the walls. You decide you want something different or different look, you just take it down and put something new up. It's super, super easy. And you can go really high end with the wallpaper and the decals, or you can go pretty simplistic. Now, my decals in my master bathroom were a little bit more expensive. They were on Amazon, but they were a little bit more expensive than The decals I use down in the guest room in the basement. But to be honest with you, for the look I wanted in the basement, just that, you know, greenery, just a little bit of something instead of a white wall, it was fine. It's totally fine. So think about that. You know, you're renting but you still want it to kind of have your signature style and, you know, kind of tell something, you know, not just be a white wall or whatever. Use those decals. You can take it down and they're amazing and they're not that expensive, you know, for a high impact type of look. My number 3 tip, and it's something I think you can see around my home, I love family photos. Now, my daughter, she likes family photos, but she feels like I have way too much and too many and they make too much of a statement. But that's something that I love. But I feel like everybody's home should tell their story. Whether it's a single person or it's a family, it should tell your story or your family's story. And photos, family photos, we do a family photo shoot every year, so that's a you know, a fun thing. And you know, yeah, I have to move them around, or I might take some up north or whatever, you know, switching them around, or maybe at some point I'll put them in storage. I don't know, but you know, or travel, you know, travel pictures. Even if you're very simplistic, you could do, you know, like 3 black framed or white framed, just small, you know, small pictures on a wall. Maybe matted or something like that. Target has some great frames, or Michael's. You know, just something like that, but it tells your story. It's places you've been or places you've lived. I'm seeing a lot on Instagram, and I'm absolutely loving companies that do like maps, or like a state. You could do a black and white, you can do them in color, maybe where you've lived or where you live now, or what, I mean, but just telling your story. You know what I mean? When you walk in and you see, it's like, oh, these people are from da, or look at their family. The home tells your story, not somebody else's story, not a designer's, not, you know, what somebody on Instagram has. It tells your story. And that is so important to me, because I think we get caught up in trying to, you know, have a home look like, you know, this person's or that person's. No. The home tells your story. My 4th little tip is, you know, it's just kind of a designer trick that I just wanted to include in here. I don't always do it, but I do try to do it majority of the time, and that is decorating in 3s. So what I mean by that is, like on a shelf, pick 3 items that coincide with each other, that kind of go together or whatever. Or if you collect something, put all that, you know, like say you collect crystal figurines or something. Arrange it in such a way that they're all together. You know, maybe it's 3 shelves if you have a lot, and put it all together instead of spreading it throughout the house. It just makes more of an impact. And if you can decorate with 3s, like 3 items on a shelf or on a table or whatever, it's just more appealing to the eye. Your eye kind of goes, it doesn't get distracted, it doesn't get overwhelmed. It just kind of goes to that, to those items, and you naturally see it better. You find it, your eye just finds it better. So if you can kind of think of that in your mind when you're putting things out, you know, it does help. Now, do I say I always do it? No, I don't. But I do try. This has kind of already been gone over a little bit, but my 5th tip, and it's I feel very important, is decorate for you, what you like, not what everybody else does, not what everybody says is popular. Or, you know, maybe you see a lot of farmhouse or a lot of Scandinavian right now. And those are great starting points, but just don't decorate your home and try to tell your story and you don't even really like that look. You know what I mean? just because big people on YouTube or on social media are doing it their houses that way, and you think, well, gee, that's what's popular, I should go with it. Because I tell you, it's never going to come off. It's never going to play off and tell your story if it's something you truly do not like. So be comfortable, be in love. Don't be stuck with one style. I'm going to go over that in a little bit. But just enjoy your home. And if that means in 5 years you change your mind, that's okay. Sell all the stuff you used to use. There's Facebook Marketplace, there's OfferUp, there's garage sales, send it to Goodwill, whatever you want to do, and update how you want. It's okay. I have not had the same style over the years. I have changed. As I've changed, my style has changed. As my, kind of mental space has changed, my style has changed. So don't be, don't feel like you're stuck in one kind of style. Try to shop as inexpensively as you can if you know you're the type that's going to change how you decorate, but sell the stuff to help pay for the new. I mean, that's okay. And I think that is going to tell your story, is if it's something you're loving and you're vibing with, it's going to show in your home. This goes into what I was just saying as well, is don't get stuck in one kind of look. I think we do that. We oh, this isn't farmhouse, so I can't buy it. No, you want to mix in some glam with your farmhouse, or you want to mix in some Scandinavian with your farmhouse, or you want to mix Scandinavian and glam. Mix it together. It's fine. It's your home. I have a lot of different things. I don't just stick with one decor. I think overall, I tend to go to more of a cottagey. I think they used to, a big term was shabby chic back a ways. I think people come up with a farmhouse and shabby chic and that kind of stuff. To be honest with you, it's rustic cottage. I mean, you know what I mean? And I think I gravitate to that the most, but I also like some glam. I also like, some pops of color where I don't usually, where I don't have those pops everywhere. I did that with my painting my bright pink hutch in my dining room. That doesn't necessarily go with everything that was in there, but I absolutely love the pop of color. And I think that works because I love it. So again, don't get stuck in one kind of design style and that you have to keep that, or you have to only go in that. You can sprinkle in whatever you like. And I think that's one of the most important things of telling your story. Bring in, you could have I have a bunch of pictures in different places, and then I have some kind of abstract piece of art. You know what I'm saying? It's me. It's things that I gravitate to, that I love, and that's fine. Okay, and one of my absolute favorites, along with the wallpaper or decals, is paint. Paint can be a very inexpensive way to make a wow in a different, in a space. And it's paint. If you get tired of it in a year or 2 years, it's paint. Paint over it, put wallpaper on, whatever, it's paint. Yes, it takes some effort to paint, you know what I mean? Or if you're having it done, you're, subbing it out, then yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive because you are, you're paying somebody to paint. But if you can do it yourself, it's paint. It can be changed, and that's the joy. And paint, I'm telling you, I've done bedrooms, I've done my office with the navy blue, and I did my laundry room with the navy blue, and then, and then the wallpaper and stuff. It is impactful. It is hugely impactful. I did my bedroom and I did my powder room in repost gray, and it was, my bathroom, and bedroom was kind of a darker color, and you know, you paint these colors and they brighten it up, and it just feels light and airy and in a whole new space. And for not that much money, you know, relatively, really not that much money. And it can be changed. It's a huge impact for not so much money. And you don't have to have top of the line paint for, you know, a wall. Now, if you're doing cabinets or something, or doors or something like that, you're gonna wanna put the money into the right kind of paint to do a good job. But walls, yes, do mid. Do a mid range on the amount. You know, don't do flat. Oh my gosh. Don't do flat, do a semi-gloss so you can clean it. But paint is a favorite. Paint's awesome. And my last tip is, and this can be whether you like a lot of seasonal decor or little bits, or you go overboard like I do in some seasons, is just sprinkling in some seasonal decor, whatever it is. I just did my video where I brought out my lemon summer decor, and in the next couple days I'm gonna put out my 4th of July patriotic decor that I love. I do that in the entry and kind of the dining room. I don't really mix them that much together, and then I'll do a home summer tour just to kind of, you know, show you what the house looks like during the summer. But seasonal decor is so fun. And, you know, again, you may not be me who goes overboard, and I didn't go overboard with summer, but you know, you've seen, if you've watched any of my videos, fall, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, I go all out, especially Christmas, and Easter, and spring, and Valentine's Day, but you get my point. It doesn't mean you have to go as big as I do or put as much out, but just those little sprinkles of whatever the season is, just, it wakes your house, you know what I mean? It just gives a new vibe. It just kind of like pops, you know, pops your senses and just gets you in, I feel like, you know, sets your mood and gets you going. Neutrals are great, but just to add a little bit of something, some pillow covers or a throw or something that just pops a little bit, just really does kind of set your mood. And even if it's a neutral, but it's a different color, or it's a muted color, it just is a change, right? So I encourage you just to, however that looks for you, add in some seasonal decor. And I think I'm pretty feel good about the fact that you would really love it. Okay, so those are my design tips. I hope, you know, that it helps. I hope that I gave you some good ideas of just taking you around in my home and showing you my examples of what my tips are. And I hope that, you know, however you decorate, that I was able to give you some, you know, some inspiration, some ideas, and help you. Because I know, especially when you're setting up your home, maybe your first home or your first apartment, or, you know, maybe you're just getting into decorating and you're not really positive of what to do. I hope that some of these easy tips can help you instead of trying to go out and be this designer or something and get overwhelmed and then just not do anything. I hope that I can give you some good information that helps you. And if there's anything else that you have questions about, always feel free to ask them in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. I'd love to hear your questions or your perspectives, and I will answer everything I certainly can. So I hope you have a great day, and I hope I helped you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.